What up, though? We in this thing. Like, comment, subscribe. You know.
Hey, Drax, let me get 10 more. Hey, Drax, let me get 5 more. Hey, Drax, let me get 9 more. Hey, Drax, let me get. That sound like me on that tag. That's little bro. Yeah. I've been thinking about the shit that I ain't supposed to think about. Shit, I'm about to hit a lick that niggas only dream about. The same doctor as my sister's how I found her secret out. Remember shit was all bad, I hope they can see us now. Look at my stash, all cash, I could buy a demon now. Y'all path is y'all path, I'ma take the scenic route. Y'all ass is y'all ass, don't let my bitches stress me out. Run fast as you can, but I bet they walk you down. Been sober on this grind, there's been so much on my mind. Once you put the work in, you feel like Kobe at the line. Forgive, never forget, you tried to hold me that one time. Portfolios in line. You ain't know me in my prime. Hey, look at his watch, he gon' tell on everybody. He a ticking time bomb. He ain't read the guidelines. He a witness, Brian. But the plug still throwing back shoulder passes on the sideline. Hey, niggas turn up and act funny. I ain't mad, but I do hit them with the side eye. I show you how to be a real nigga when it's my time. Show you how to navigate through fame and I be blind by it. Show you how to fight off all the demons and I be sign bombs. See my old bitch out and high five her. New nigga want a bag, charge his ass top dollar. As long as he's solid, it's not an issue, we don't got problems. We come from rock bottom, we pop pistols, we don't pop collars. Niggas really lames, they'll make an issue with you. Niggas want that fame that wasn't in position with you. Niggas don't know pain until the people come and get you. Same niggas snitching, got a couple pictures with you. Yeah, niggas really lames, they'll make an issue with you. Niggas don't know pain until the people come and get you. Same niggas snitching, got a couple pictures with you. Niggas want that fame, but wasn't in position with you. I've been thinking about the shit that I ain't supposed to think about. I've been scheming on the lick that niggas only dream about. Same doctor as my sister's how I found her secret out. Remember shit was all bad, I wish they could see us now. Look at my stash, all cash, I can go to Zeman now. Y'all path is y'all path, I'ma take the scenic route. Y'all ass is y'all ass, and let my bitches stress me out. Run fast as you can, but I bet they walk him down.
I'm here to talk about Michael Jordan, how he got finesse out the team, man. But this all allegedly, though. You know, I know people. You know how people feel about Michael Jordan. Now, this is all allegedly. This is allegedly, Detroit. This is allegedly. You know, they say he got finesse off the team, though. I don't know, man. Did he get finesse off the team? We about to find out, bro. I'm trying to get to the bottom of it. That's all. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of it. This is all alleged. This is all alleged. Let's see what they talking about with my dog Mike. The second greatest player of all time.
Jordan, a legend, the man who soared through the air, shattered records, and built an empire, is relinquishing his reign over the Hornets. He is finalizing an unbelievable slam dunk of a deal with the Charlotte Hornets. But why? What drove him to make this momentous move? Why would the greatest player of all time part ways with the team he's been associated with for years? Now, before we get to all that, you know the drill, fam. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and slam the notification bell so you never miss out on our mind-blowing NBA content. And now, let's get this show on the road. We all know Michael Jordan as the ultimate basketball icon, from his collegiate success at North Carolina to his 6 NBA championships.
Cause I ain't gonna lie to you, I just thought he just sold the team to make the money. I thought it was a hell of a deal. You know, he brought it for $200 million and sold it for $2 billion. That's 10x. I just thought he was making a good deal, but they said he got finesse.
And everything in between. He's undeniably one of the greatest players to ever grace the hardwood. But here's the kicker. The Charlotte Hornets never reached championship heights under his ownership. Crazy, right? Growing up in Wilmington, North Carolina, it was a dream come true for Jordan to acquire majority ownership of his home state's team. The buzz surrounding this move was electric.
This is your summer to smile with Aspen Dental's Summer of Smiles event, celebrating 25 years of affordable care with epic savings. Right now, new patients without insurance get a free full exam and x-rays, plus 20% off all treatment plans. Book today.
Hey Greg, Rena here. Want to show me the problem with the chair? Greg, it's good.
But unfortunately, success on the court proved to be elusive for the Hornets. And that, my friends, was a major source of frustration for the legendary MJ himself. Despite his efforts, the Hornets found themselves mired in a cycle of disappointment. Jordan may be the GOAT on the court, but when it comes to his ownership skills, well, let's say he didn't quite reach those same heights. The truth is, by any measure, he wasn't exactly the greatest owner we've ever seen. There's no sugarcoating it. It simply didn't work out as planned, and the Hornets haven't exactly achieved greatness during his 13-year tenure as majority owner. Jordan's tenure with the Hornets has been marred by consistent failure. Over his 13 seasons at the helm, the Hornets faced an uphill battle, amassing a record of 423,600. Let's face it, that's not exactly championship material. During this period, the Hornets have made the playoffs only 3 times. And to make matters worse, they haven't managed to advance past the first round. Let's not forget that the franchise, back when they were known as the Bobcats, holds the ignominious record for the worst regular season record in NBA history under Jordan's watch. A dismal 7-59 in the 2011-2012 season. Renaming. In 2013, Michael Jordan revealed that he had submitted a formal request to the NBA to change the name of the Charlotte Bobcats to the Charlotte Hornets. And the reason behind it? Well, it was all about the fans. With immense pride and excitement, Jordan declared, "This is a monumental moment for our..."
That nigga was just trying anything, man. None of that shit helped, though.
Organization. He emphasized that after an extensive research process, they recognized that the fans themselves desired this change. He understood the power of uniting the loyal Bobcat supporters with those who held fond memories of the city's NBA predecessor. And the NBA Board of Governors unanimously approved the renaming later that year. Majority ownership. Let's rewind the clock back to 2010, when Jordan initially purchased the Charlotte Hornets for a mere $275 million. And fast forward to today. And holy moly, talk about an investment of a lifetime. With this sale, MJ is looking at a mind-blowing total return on investment, going from $275 million to a whopping $3 billion. That's what we call a slam dunk in the world of business. With this, he will have made nearly 10 times his initial investment over his 13 years as owner of the Charlotte franchise. But here's an interesting twist. With Jordan stepping away, the NBA bids farewell to its sole black majority team owner. That's right. None of the 30 NBA teams will have a majority black owner anymore. It's a significant milestone that raises important questions about diversity and representation in the league. But that's for another day. Today, we're focusing on the sale of the Hornets. The first hint of Jordan's desire to distance himself from NBA ownership surfaced in 2020, when he sold a minority stake to investors Gabe Plotkin and Dan Sunheim. It was a signal that change was on the horizon. And now, Jordan is about to cash in big time on his investment. But there's more to the story than meets the eye. It's not just about the money. This sale will also free up time for his heiress to pursue other passions beyond the basketball court. In March, NBA Commissioner Adam Silver shed some light on Jordan's future involvement. He said, "One thing Michael has told me is that whether or not the transaction gets done, he will remain governor in the league. Technically, maybe the alternate governor instead of the governor. But he'll still stay very involved. He'd still continue to have an interest in the league." As he bids adieu to the world of ownership, Jordan gets to enjoy a fully retired life. No more running the team, no more stress in the crowd. Remember those moments when he couldn't hold back and slap players on the head? Or give them that infamous look when they turned the ball over? Oh, the memeable moments we had. You see, as time goes on, people's interests naturally shift. And MJ is no exception. He's not currently residing in the Charlotte market, and it's only understandable that his focus might expand beyond basketball. Jordan is paving the way for a new era as he sells his majority ownership to a group led by Gabe Plotkin and Rick Schnall. Plotkin, who has been a minority stakeholder in the Hornets since 2019, brings his expertise and passion for the game to the table. And Schnall, a minority owner of the Atlanta Hawks since 2015, is in the process of transitioning his investment from one team to another. Another diverse group of investors is also stepping up to take the reins. We're talking about some big names here. Recording artist J. Cole, Dan Sunheim, Ian Loring, and country music singer-songwriter Eric Church, to name a few. This ownership group means serious business. But this deal isn't just about the Charlotte Hornets. It's much bigger than that. The sale includes ownership of the NBA G League's Greensboro Swarm and the NBA 2K League's Hornets Venom GT. And let's not forget about managing and operating the Spectrum Center, the home of the Hornets. However, let's not forget that MJ isn't completely stepping away from the Hornets. He plans to retain a minority stake in the franchise, ensuring that his influence and legacy will continue to resonate within the organization. Even though he may still be a stakeholder, his ownership was a tale of contrasting narratives. On one hand, we have Michael Jordan, the legendary player with 6 championship rings and an unmatched drive to win. But on the other hand, we see Jordan the owner facing setback after setback, unable to replicate his on-court success in the front office. It's a stark reminder that ownership, well, let's just say it's a whole different ballgame. Don't get me wrong, while the financial aspect of Jordan's sale of the Hornets may be a resounding win for the basketball icon, we can't ignore the stark reality on the competitive front. From the lackluster playoff performances to the hysterically abysmal records, his tenure at the helm in Charlotte has undeniably been a total failure. One criticism often hurled at Jordan as an owner was some of his draft picks left us scratching our heads. Remember Adam Morrison and Kwame Brown? Oof. And let's not forget, back in 2006, when he had a minority stake and the team was known as the Bobcats, the struggles were already evident. Even when Jordan took over as the majority owner in 2010, the rocky road continued. Questionable trades, underperforming players, you name it. I could sit here all day and list all the names, but honestly, many of them wouldn't even ring a bell because, well, they were not that good. Another thing was his reluctance to splurge on high-profile free agents. Many fans believe this hindered the Hornets' competitiveness. Taking over a team in 2010 that had won 44 games the previous season, the franchise faced a steep uphill battle. And boy, did it go downhill from there. The team, still known as the Bobcats at the time, stumbled to a 34-48 record in Jordan's first year as owner. And despite their abysmal record, luck was not on their side when it came to the NBA draft lottery. Charlotte missed out on the #1 pick and the opportunity to select Anthony Davis, a potential game changer. There were glimmers of hope, though. The Hornets returned to the playoffs in the 2013-14 season, only to be swept by the mighty Miami Heat. 2 years later, they won an impressive 48 games, but fell short again in the first round. This time, in a grueling 7-game series against the Heat. The journey has been filled with ups and downs. Now to the present day. The Hornets find themselves yearning for that elusive playoff success. It's been a whopping 21 years since they last won a playoff series, back in the 2001-02 season. And an NBA championship? That's still a dream yet to be realized in Charlotte. What next? With a franchise that languished in adversity under his airness, a fresh chapter awaits. The question on everyone's minds is, can the Hornets rise from the ashes and reclaim their glory? And the answer to this question is yes. And that is because the Hornets recently made a bold move by selecting Brandon Miller as the 2nd overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft. Will this young star in the make?
Yeah, they gonna play the fuck out of Michael Jordan on the team, but that ain't good enough, though. That ain't what I heard. That ain't the real tea I heard, y'all. I ain't gonna cut. That ain't the real motherfucking tea. Exactly, DeMarcus. That's what I'm saying. I think that nigga he got finesse off that motherfucking team. Honestly. Fuck that video up. This the real tea right here. Right motherfucking here. We got him. This nigga sound like a hater too, though, but I believe.
Okay, so actually Jordan makes $400 million a year from Jordan Brand, blah, blah, blah. I can see math is not everybody's strong suit, so I'm gonna help you guys out. Michael Jordan, his Forbes evaluation is $2.1 billion. If he was making $400 million a year from selling Nikes, outside of all his other investments, he would be worth a hell of a lot more than $2.1 billion. His evaluation took a hit when the Hornets lost their evaluation. Please understand what I'm saying. The vast majority of Michael Jordan's net worth is actually the ownership of the Hornets. And that goes for a ton of other billionaires, Jerry Jones, whoever. So let's just say Michael Jordan owns 66% of the Hornets. For easy math, that's 2/3 of the Hornets. They're selling for $3 billion, he's getting $2 billion, right? So $2 billion worth plus the $100 million from Nike, that's $2.1 billion, that's his evaluation. Now enough of that math, let's get real. 2 years ago, he made a terrible investment with Gabe Plotkin. By the way, that's a minority owner who's buying the damn Hornets. So he told Gabe, yo, go ahead and bet 500 million of my money. I got you. It was like a verbal IOU. And Plotkin went and put a ton of money into the stock market, somewhere around 4 billion, and they lost. But instead of going to Jordan and saying, give me that 500 million, Plotkin said, I don't got it. I don't have the 4 billion I just bet. So then this man right here, Ken Griffin from Citadel, worth 32 billion, the richest man in Chicago, bailed them out. So Griffin gives Plotkin about $4 billion. None of this is a secret. This was about 8 months after their bad bet. He buys them out and covers their ass. But then he wants his money. He's here to collect. So Plotkin owes him. So now Plotkin pays him. But now Jordan owes Plotkin. It's a trickle-down effect. And Jordan don't got the money. Jordan made a bad bet. So he's got to sell his team to cover the bet. So he's selling to the guy he owes the money to. He's selling to his bookie. Now here's the thing. Plotkin used to work for Griffin. These are two multi-billionaires from Chicago, and they just fleeced Jordan out of ownership. And they're taking his team from him. Jordan just lost his seat at the big kids table. He can go make his millions with Nike, and you guys can say what you want. But this is a man who got into a world he couldn't keep up in. The world of billionaires, and he lost out and he's out of the game. They fleeced him, bruh. Plotkin, if I can quote Malcolm X, he's that fox with the sheep, pretending to be their friend, pretending to be cool with Jordan. But the whole time, he has a devious plan to take everything from this man if everything goes wrong. He wasn't a wolf. He didn't show his true colors. And now Jordan's out of a team, no longer an owner. Those billions are going to be gone. He could have owned this team for eternity and maybe sold it 20 years from now. Or his kids could have had ownership, much like the hand-me-downs from the NFL. But there will be no legacy in this regard. Two billionaires fleeced him and punked him for his team. You guys all think Jordan has liquidated millions and billions. No, he's invested in other things. His race car team, a number of other things. He has overhead. There's no 400 million a year. These are gross revenue numbers. That's not what he's making. If it was, he'd be worth a hell of a lot more than 2.1 billion. Plotkin's that dude scheming on your girl, pretending to be your friend, but he's going to take your girl when you're not looking.
Lisa 2023.
Damn. They just did Mike like that, took his team like that? What the fuck? Now that nigga sound kind of believable right there. Damn. Mike a dirty ass nigga anyway. He ain't deserve that team anyway. Fuck Mike. I don't give a fuck. Fuck that nigga. Fuck that nigga. I don't like the nigga anyway. That nigga a shady ass nigga. He ain't for the people. He been said he ain't for the people, nigga. And all that, I done donated secret money behind the scenes and all that shit. Fuck that shit. That nigga ain't my nigga. The shoes fire though. You know, I like dressing and shit anyway. So I just like dressing and buying nice things any motherfucking way. So I'm gonna buy the shoes. But that don't mean I fuck with that nigga. Shit. Bitch ass nigga. For real. This bitch ass nigga be spending all that shit. That nigga been thought, that nigga think he better though. I don't fuck with a nigga that think he better, bruh. Fuck that shit. Nigga. Let's see some more motherfucking hate. Bitch ass nigga. He deserve it. Nigga, you got your son out here fucking with a washed up bitch too. Like, bro, you ain't even moving right. Everything like, and then his son used to get hooped. His son could have been pretty decent, but he's so much of in his motherfucking way. Nigga, let the nigga hoop. Nigga's a bitch, bro. What up, though, RC? Let's check this out real quick.
From the Hornets' horrible performance over the last 10 years to fans' bizarre claims of its owner.
I don't give a fuck about none of that hooping and shit. That nigga as an owner, that nigga was trash, bro. That show you ain't a motherfucking people person. That showed you how the nigga wasn't really a basketball. Man, Phil Jackson did that shit, nigga. Fuck it, I'm talking my shit. Nigga, Phil Jackson, nigga. Before Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan wasn't shit. Before Scottie Pippen, Michael Jordan wasn't shit.
being broke. Here's the real reason Michael Jordan has to sell the Charlotte Hornets. According to ESPN's Adrian Wojnarowski, Jordan is in the process of finalizing a deal to sell the Hornets. So you already know social media is coming up with wild conspiracies for why he's leaving the team. But the reason might be extremely straightforward. After all, the only thing the Hornets have been consistent at over the last few years is their horrible performance. Since 2010, MJ's been the majority owner of the Hornets, but the team's performance has been a roller coaster ride, to say the least. And despite his legendary status as a Chicago Bulls icon, plus his own success on the court, the franchise has struggled to score wins under Jordan's leadership, with just 3 seasons finishing above .500 since 2010. The team's inconsistency has frustrated everybody involved. The reality is that the Hornets have failed to make an impact on the NBA. Many people had hoped that with players like LaMelo Ball joining the team, things would change. But with Miles Bridges leaving the league and Ball being injured, it's like they're back at square one. And after the 2023 playoffs, fans actually started feeling bad for MJ. Back in 2006, when he joined the organization, he had high hopes for the franchise. So for a player who embodies the winning mentality, going 6-0 in NBA Finals and losing only 1 playoff series after his first championship, it's not surprising that the lack of success finally got to him. Jordan must be frustrated by what he's witnessed as an owner. Attend any Hornets game and you'll see it written on his face. So it looks like after years of disappointment and the realization that he's used all his ideas to turn the franchise around, he's finally made the tough decision to sell his majority stake. But hey, at least he's going to be making major bank out of this sale. And according to industry insiders, that might also be the biggest reason why he's going ahead with this. Jordan became the majority owner in 2010 when he bought the franchise for a decent $275 million. Fast forward to 2022, and Forbes estimated that the Hornets were valued at an insane $1.7 billion. While this ranked the team 27th out of 30 in terms of value, it was still a major step up for them. To put it in perspective, the recent sale of the Phoenix Suns saw them change hands for a hefty $2.28 billion. But in comes Jordan, like the legend he is, and scores an incredible deal that values the team at $3 billion. Talk about a return on investment. Reports suggest that Jordan's sale of a 31% stake would easily get him over $500 million. And if he sells a 59% stake, he could rake in over $1 billion. But Michael's also confirmed that once the sale is finalized, he's still going to be involved with the team one way or another, just on a smaller scale. Plus, he'll also oversee basketball operations during the crucial draft and free agency periods. Sounds like a win-win situation, right? And the organization's newest owners have game-changing ideas for the Hornets, but they might not be what the former owner had in mind for them. So here's the deal. With Michael stepping away from the franchise and passing the torch to a new group of investors, many industry insiders think things are about to change. And leading the charge are investors Gabe Plotkin and Rick Schnall, along with rapper J. Cole and...
Brother, what you think about this nigga right here, man?
What up, though, man?
What up, though, bro?
First time on the team. I'm feeling good, man. Feeling a little better. I've been going too hard, man. Moving in the new crib and But what I think about Mike.
Congratulations to on the new crib, bro.
Oh, appreciate that. For sure.
For sure, for sure.
Oh, damn, that's what we had. I think we had a. You hear a little echo?
No, you straight. I can't hear shit. I don't hear shit. You straight.
Oh, with this Mike stuff, man, I feel exactly how you feel, man. Oh, man, people idolize this. Okay, he could hoop. But as far as, like you said, being an owner, being for the people, man, hell no, man. I don't idolize this dude like everybody else. Like you said, I rock the shoes, and he was a hell of a ball player. But outside of that, man, hell no. Straight
he ain't a real nigga. He ain't a real nigga, bro. You can smell it. Like, you can see it, bro. You know when a nigga real, bro. You know a nigga ain't no real nigga, bro. If you a real nigga, you know it. You could just... Like, nigga, when I walk in the room with a nigga and he ain't shit, I can feel it, bro. I just smell him. Oh, yeah, this nigga ain't shit right here. You feel me?
Straight corn. But, dude, worst owner ever, bro.
Yeah. But people don't want to talk about that shit, though.
Nah, you know, they don't really want to talk about the 6 years that he played in the NBA.
Cause only thing I be like, bro, if you, only thing I'll be asking for, nigga, if you gonna talk about, and this is with anything, if you gonna talk about the good, nigga, you gotta talk about the bad. Don't just talk about all the good shit, cause that's not real. Nigga, the good comes with the bad. Nigga, you know what? You feel me?
To the choir, bro. That's why
I'm like, you
always
got it. Yeah, fuck the. I gotta hear both sides, man. You know, and you know, you fuck hearing both sides. You gotta tell both sides.
you guys gotta be clear. And then motherfuckers make excuses for you know what I'm saying? They gloss over them bitches like it's nothing.
Man, fuck all that.
Yeah, but back on him getting finessed off the team, like you said.
Oh yeah, they
Man,
finessed him.
He about to be
finessed
friends.
him.
My man broke it down. My man was not lying. That first dude you showed,
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't lying. He sounded like he knew. He sounded like he knew what the fuck was really going on. Like he had the real scoop.
Right, he in the moves.
Yeah, he in the room.
He broke it down. Like, he got the race car team. He got the overhead. Money gonna start leaving. Hemorrhaging money. He ain't making it from the shop no more. Man,
right? Because really, that's how that money game go, nigga. It's basically evaluations, nigga. Cause you see how quick Kanye fell from grace, motherfucker. Like he got $9 billion. Okay, he got his evaluation is $9 billion, but his liquid, how much money he got liquid? He probably had about 300, 200 liquid.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
All his investments and all that.
Yeah, and the investments can, anything can happen. You know what I mean? That's why you gotta put your money in some shit that they can't take, like, gold and value, shit that appreciate with value. You know what I mean?
Man, they can tell you anything about any of your business. If it ain't like you said gold or something like that, man, they can tell you it just went over tomorrow.
Right.
I mean, you're under tomorrow. You out of hundreds of millions.
You could.
He could have handed that damn team down like the West, like the Lakers.
Right, that team, you don't get that. Just shows you how that shows you how fucking selfish he is. One, and that shows you he's not a good fucking businessman. And he showed you he got lucky, man. He was the only nigga at that time, and they poured all their money into the NBA. Made that nigga. It was, you know what I mean? It's a lot. It was a lot going on. Let me finish this video real quick, bro.
Country music singer Eric Church. Plotkin, who founded Tallwood Capital, has been a minority owner of the team since 2019, served on the NBAs. On the other hand, Schnall is the sole president of Clayton Dubilier and Rice, and has been a minority owner of the Atlanta Hawks. So he'll be selling his investment in the Hawks to join the board. Schnall's previous ties to the Atlanta franchise could turn things around for the Hornets because he was involved in getting Travis Schlenk as the Hawks general manager in 2017. And with Schlenk leaving the Hawks in 2022, there's a chance the Hornets might go through major shuffling if he joins. But wait, there's more. These new owners might also be the solution to one of the team's biggest criticism.
Recordings just got better. Hey, it's Dana from StreamYard. I'm so excited to announce that local recordings are...
Jordan's lack of spending. Charlotte's been one of the league's lowest spenders, especially when it comes to things like hotels for the players, sports science staff, front office staff, and even coaching salaries. Well, that's about to change because the new owner.
You see how this nigga is, bro?
That's exactly what we talking about, dog.
You see what type of nigga he is, bro? Nigga, this is your investment, bro. A part of being a good businessman is to put your money back into your company, bro. He was cutting corners, bro, to maximize profits, but that shit was still affecting your bottom line to some effect that your players wasn't shit.
Fact.
And then you picking players, nigga, and them players you picking is trash, nigga.
And he won't spend. Ain't nobody coming to you if you're not gonna spend.
This they GOAT, though.
owners are set on bringing the Hornets up to speed and letting them catch up with the rest of the NBA. So you can imagine how excited fans are for the change. They say that even though Jordan's a great player, he's a terrible team owner. Evan Kent, who's the mastermind behind the Crown Club, one of the most famous Hornets fan clubs, has been very vocal about the shift. He believes that Hornets fans have been patient throughout Jordan's reign as the majority owner, mainly because of his local ties and his incredible success on the court as a player. But let's face it, even the most patient fans eventually want to see a win for their team. And I'll be honest, Charlotte's fans are amazing for the way they've handled the entire situation. But the time has come for a change. And even his airness knows that. With the new owners, Hornets fans are buzzing with hope. They see this ownership transition as a fresh start. But while most fans are thankful to MJ for all his contributions over the years, some aren't that positive about it. In fact, many people are saying that his selling the Hornets is another way of running away from his failures, just like he did with the Washington Wizards. Back in 2000, he purchased a 10% stake in the team and its arena for a massive $100 million. He'd hoped to not only boost the team's performance, but also increase its popularity. Unfortunately, his time with the Wizards didn't go quiet as planned. During his two-season comeback as a player from 2001 to 2003, Jordan failed to lead the Wizards to the playoffs. He also faced challenges with teammates and coaches, and his questionable personnel decisions, like drafting Kwame Brown as the first overall pick in 2001, didn't help matters either. He also traded Richard Hamilton away for Jerry Stackhouse, which raised some eyebrows. As the president of basketball operations, Jordan's time with the Wizards didn't go smoothly either. In 2003, he sold his stake in the team and was immediately fired by the majority owner, Abe Pollan, who wanted to rebuild without him. All in all, Jordan reportedly lost a substantial $40 million from his investment in the Wizards. Sound a little familiar? Jordan's critics argue that he's doing the exact same thing with the Hornets. When times get tough, he decides to cut his losses and run. I get that this sounds pretty harsh, but his critics do have a point. I mean, with how sudden the announcement was, you can't blame fans for wondering if something else is going on behind the scenes. And like always, they're coming up with the wildest conspiracy theories yet. But the most bizarre one that's come to light is that MJ made the sale because he's dead broke. And the man at the center of all the drama is TikToker Rico Knows, who's been exposing Jordan ever since the news broke out. He says that recent financial troubles might have pushed MJ into this decision. So let's do a deep dive into what he's talking about. Back in 2021, when the whole Reddit users versus Wall Street fiasco happened with GameStop, many people got caught up in the drama, losing $500 million after shorting GameStop stock. But while the video game retailers managed to bounce back, those who bet against it have been struggling. And one of those individuals was Michael Jordan. This financial setback put the six-time NBA champion in major trouble, because despite his other investments and the money he earns from Nike, his net worth dropped by $500 million during that time. And to complicate matters even more, Rico Knows claims that he owes money to Gabe Plotkin, the man who's set to become one of the new Hornets owners. It sounds bizarre, but fans are eating up this story like anything. And either way, only time will tell if Michael really did quit the team because he was in way over his head. So there you have it, from fans' bizarre claims of its owner being broke to the Hornets' horrible performance over the last 10 years. That's the real reason Michael Jordan has to sell the Charlotte Hornets.
Damn.
I believe that, Brillo. You hear me, bro?
Yeah, I can hear you now. They had me muted for a second.
Yeah, I believe that.
Yeah, so that's facts, man. I believe it too. It's like you said, man, what's hidden was always gonna come to light, man. My grandma used to tell me that. He a shifty dude, man. So there you have it.
Did you hear about the police commissioner, bro? That got caught on Finkel with the prostitute.
What?
In the sting, they caught him in the bro. They caught him in the sting. He got caught in the sting by the Wade County Sheriff because they. Hold on, I got the video, nigga.
Oh my goodness!
I got the motherfucking video. They got him.
That boy too.
Look at him. He said that she ran in his car though. He had pulled over and stopped at the light or stopped at the stop sign, and she just happened to run in his car.
Yeah, if they ain't got an audio, you good. That was quick thinking.
He already he
Hey, that's quick thinking. If they ain't got no audio, you golden.
Oh shit. So let's see. I think you got the echo. So mute this up.
It's in his best interest of his family. Detroit Police Commissioner Brian Ferguson has resigned just a day after sheriff's deputies say they caught him with a prostitute. That story tops our news tonight at 5. Thanks for being with us. I'm Kimberly Gill.
I'm Devin Skillian. Ferguson's resignation was announced this afternoon in a news release. It comes less than 24 hours after he denied the claims and called the whole thing a big misunderstanding. Rod Maloney live for us tonight. And Rod, the timeline here, things move pretty quickly.
Yeah, they did, Devin, and we're here at the Laborers Local Union on the northwest side of the city by Northwestern High School. And it's here in about an hour and a half. The police commissioners are going to have their weekly meeting. But there's going to be an empty chair here tonight.
Talk to the people who barricaded gunmen.
Now, former Police Commissioner Brian Ferguson just completed his term as Civilian Oversight Board Chairman on June 30th, and his term as regular commissioner was to run through 2024. All derailed by an incident yesterday. The Wayne County Sheriff's Office, doing the investigation into the incident, tells Local 4 a regular Detroit police patrol rolled up on Ferguson's truck in the neighborhood of Schoolcraft and Schaefer on the city's west side. After he emerged from the vehicle with the woman, he ended up cited for indecent, obscene conduct for his alleged involvement with a prostitute. Last night, Ferguson put out a statement denying indecent conduct and called the incident a complete misunderstanding. Yet this afternoon had another statement, quote, "It has been an honor and a privilege to serve the residents of the city of Detroit in police oversight. After further consideration in the best interests of my family and the board, I am choosing to resign as District 1 Police Commissioner effective immediately. Again, I admonish the board and the public to remain focused on the important work of oversight, transparency, and accountability," end quote. Ferguson has 3 days to pick up his truck. He hadn't as of this afternoon. Ferguson's Detroit home is just a few blocks from the intersection where he received his ticket. He was not home when we visited this afternoon looking for a comment, and he didn't answer his cell phone either. And repeated attempts to get him to talk about this turned up nothing at this point. And so as it stands right now, indeed, this was a very quick series of events. Devin, back to you.
Why the fuck are they pulling up to that nigga crib though?
Man,
why? Why they pulling up to his crib?
right, that's how it goes.
Why? Hey, that nigga in his crib and he ain't coming out that bitch. You say he ain't pick up the truck. He ain't even pick up the motherfucking truck.
First of all, bro, who is writing this up, bro? One of y'all, I thought it was a blue seal. What's going on? We problem? I'm disappointed.
Hey, but Brillo, no homo though. That's an ugly ass nigga though. He ain't get. I don't think he. He like he been.
Leave my man alone, bro. He shines like that. Like it wasn't no child somewhere.
But he shouldn't. But he shouldn't been in the. What up, OG? What up, OG? But he shouldn't.
He broke the law.
But I'm saying though, it's all right. You tricking, right? Okay, he tricking. But don't be in the hood though, on the side street, bro. If he gonna be on, he could have did a whole lot better, bro.
He trying to spend his 40, bro. Come on, dog.
And then you police commissioners, dog. What you doing?
He
What is
trying to
you
get a
doing, bro?
crackhead. He trying to get a crackhead BJ, bro.
That was probably his little one thing too, cause they say he stay a couple blocks, so that's probably his little regular degular. So he ain't thinking, you know, when a nigga horny, nigga really ain't thinking, bro. That nigga, he was trying to get that release.
That's my man rifle, man. They pulling up, man. Hey, don't come on my porch, man. Get the Hey, tweaking. That's crazy.
He was trying to get the release. Oh man. All right, good looking for coming through, bro. I'm about to slide up off this boy.
All right, man. So it's been a pleasure. You know what it is.
For sure. Hey, hold on before you dip, dog. Y'all niggas cheated, dog. I can't believe y'all did my dog Michael Corleone like that, bro. Y'all out of pocket, man.
Hey, man, it was close, man. It was
It
close.
was close. No, you out
No, but
cold,
with
bro.
all due respect, though, you know Shelby's a hell of a dude, bro. You watch it. You watch the shows like we do.
Hey, bro, no cap. I'm gonna tell you, this is a OT exclusive, nigga. I ain't never seen that show.
Dog, please watch it, bro. You got to. You got to. You got to watch that shit.
I'm gonna watch it, bro. I promise. I'm gonna watch it. But I ain't never seen it, bro. That's why I couldn't believe. I'm like, bro, what this nigga y'all talking about?
Hey, it's the perfect time now, man. Watch it now. You know your song, bro. You gonna be like, okay. Because
I'm automatically hate. I'm gonna automatically hate on that nigga, like, cause I'm gonna watch it from like this nigga ain't no better. Like I'm just judging that. I'm gonna be looking at it from a point of hate, though.
You ain't gonna be able to how he pressed, bro, and how solid he is. You ain't gonna be able not to like him. I know the type of characters you like, dog. Super solid type.
I'm gonna believe
Once
you.
you watch that shit, you'll understand.
All right, I'm gonna check it out. All right, thanks everybody for coming through. Peace.
Sure, peace.